That's right, a rematch on our hands. And the chance A lot of Liquid fans, especially now that OG has been knocked out. But I heard a decent number of EG chants as well.
Who did Kyle predict for this?
I think he predicted 4 EG.
Oh, okay. So going into game 2, well, we're going to be...
Oh, Liquid actually managed to gain 3 of the bounty runes here.
I mean, EG used to getting 3 themselves, but not this time around, as Sumail will be matched up against the Viper mid. Or no, it's actually going to be Mind Control mid.
And that means we're going to be having a side lane Viper here. They're going to go aggro with it with the Earthshaker into the PA. So that's an interesting idea here.
I think the idea behind the Nature's Prophet is just because the Razor crushes the Viper. But like Mind Control's got Treants. I believe that is the idea, to like help him deny and stuff, similar to like when Lone Druids play against OD mid.
Right. And then this Viper is just going to be able to constantly harass the PA bottom. We've got the break mechanic, making life a lot harder for the PA as well. And then our top matchup, we have a Juggernaut who's probably just going to be free farming, as the Darkseer is going to be cutting waves and trying to get that extra farm off of the neutral creeps. Crit coming in from the side. Just looking to get some damage on him. Matama Man, this could be our first blood, as they might just be able to run him down with the extra boots first, and that's going to be Arteezy picking it up with the dagger.
If you take a look at both lineups, you sort of see like how both teams want to play. On one hand, you have a Viper, and well, that thought is
good skewer back with a long hold in from Fly as well. Fisher's going to be able to hit all 3. That'll slow down a lot of the damage, and GH does have boots, so he'll be able to stay ahead of Crit.
Yeah, you have one side with a Chen lineup and a Viper as your 2 main heroes. The other side has a PA Mag. I think for the most part, PA Mag should be able to carry out this game. And so for Liquid, it's pushing up the tempo. It's making sure the game goes as fast as you can.
Yeah.
They have like an all-out assault push lineup. But what I always love about Liquid's lineups too is that they have some way to go to the late game. So that's usually going to be the GH Earthshaker. I mean, we saw FY play the hero. You know how it looks late game. So that's sort of your saving grace. But for Liquid, I think they really want the laning phase to go very well for themselves so they can just play high-tempo Dota. Whereas EG, it's greed out a little bit with this PA, and the reason they take the Razor here is so that they don't go all in on that.
Sidesteps the skewer, but it looks like he's still going to die as Arteezy is able to catch up. Now, they've been dual laning this entire time, and that's because we've seen Kuro has been sitting mid almost non-stop, backing up your idea that they want to be able to have a strong laning phase. He's been using that Satyr to burn the mid-Razor out of almost all of his mana, and was looking for the Courier Snipe the entire time, so Sumail has not felt comfortable bringing his early south.
Yeah, but Sumail, it looks like he's still fine, and they need to get some help towards this bottom lane. Like, you can't just give this PA absolute free farm. I think she's the real win condition for EG. And your win condition for Liquid is just try to end the game before she gets 4-slotted.
Burrow may have overstepped himself here, as Crit's going to be able to get the skewer back straight into the PA. GH is going to try and interrupt things, but doesn't actually have a way to stop all this damage. So Kuro finally shows up to the aggro tri lane and just immediately dies.
Yeah, and all that mid shenanigans just sort of slowed down his own game. You have this Chen at 3 minutes who's level 1, and Chen's supposed to be the lane winner with how everything works nowadays in Divine Favor, but instead opting to go for the Holy Persuasion early on. We need to start feeling Kuroki's presence if...
Out of mana, but is not out of ways to be able to eat through the trees. Will be okay. It's 3-0 already for Evil Geniuses. We obviously aren't going to really talk about top lane a whole lot. It's just going to be a Juggernaut who's farming away, and the Darkseer will be at the top of the CS board and probably top of the net worth, thanks to all the neutraling.
And Darkseer, definitely the off-laner of the tournament so far.
Yeah.
We saw Liquid use it to great effect yesterday. It's just a hero that always gets farm. He always has a good laning phase. The only real heroes that counter him are Oracle and Doom to a certain extent. But being able to stop his farm, just really annoying. He gets to cut creep waves. He gets to farm neutrals while also farming the wave.
We've seen his impact come out. Ooh, they do have some golems. That's going to be triple stuns coming out as Arteezy tries to jump away but can't make it. Good setup by Kuro here. Now they might be able to catch Fly as well. Such a beautiful Fisher block from GH ensures a twofer at the bottom lane. Finally, this aggro Trine lane starts going right.
Very nice. They really needed that. Great rotation from both supports as GH finds the absolute perfect fissure. And he's going to run into Crit here, fighting over the bounty rune. He's going to try to go for the other one. And Fly makes his way down, but Liquid once again grabbing 3 bounty runes. And they might have just found Crit here, who used a skewer.
Fisher blocking him out. Those golems going to start throwing out their shards. If they can get the vision, gets one of them, and a second one, that's going to be the kill. And Crit did all of that just to try and grab the bounty rune, but didn't even do that much.
And all of a sudden, you've got this Earthshaker who's level 4, somehow even a higher level than Matsu. But Matsu, used to being sacked, is still playing his trademark Viper. And the timing for Liquid, it's going to start coming soon. You've got Nature's Prophet, level 5, almost level 6, already has phase boots. He's going to make his way into mid. TP behind the Razor. He has one
four
tango.
Heroes here. The Sprout, the Treants, look at the body block him. They have the Fisher there as well, and Sumail's just not going anywhere. He is very dead. With the Siege Wagon pushes coming in, Liquid are going to go for a fast push into a mid-tier 1 tower off of that kill.
Yeah, great move by them, and being able to push with this catapult. It's the double catapult with your Chen. That's such a neat maneuver. Like the timing of
stuck.
it.
Does manage to get away, but the Sprout is now there. Miracle was unable to get Crit there. All 5 heroes of Liquid rotating in. This is how important this mid tower is to them, while Crit is going to be dove underneath his tier 2 tower, but all the damage is gone from Miracle here. GH is going to be able to separate the two, though, thanks to that Enchant Totem Aftershock hit. Miracle very low, but now the tower's gone. He's going to join the rest of his team here unless S4 can find a way with the Ion Shell. He's invis right now. Doesn't quite get him. He's going to try and search for it. Has to give up on the kill as Viper's already dead. Liquid continuing to retreat here. Will be able to keep Miracle alive even as they lose Matumba Man. But they got the mid-tier 1 tower and they got a number of kills for it.
Yeah, and this reminds me of the game where they actually started the game trying to 5-man gank the mid tower. You see how much Liquid prioritizes the mid tower over any other team, I'd say in Dota. The lengths at which they're willing to go to in that previous series that they played where they lost that game sort of shows you that. And in this game, they brought all 5 heroes, including Miracle, who was getting absolute free farm down. And it's worth it for them because everybody from EG rotated too.
Yeah. Seems like to me, not just Liquid, but in general, the best teams are always willing to leave the laning phase early. They're always willing to make these kind of mass rotations. Why do you think that is? Like, why is the meta that way?
Just because people started to realize that the CS that you get, it doesn't really mean anything if you enable the rest of your team. As bottom lane, Crit does have the skewer and should be okay as the Nature's Wrath. Not going to quite clip him, but now they're going to push into this bottom tower with their double siege wagons. And I think most of it comes down to opening up the game for the rest of your team. By taking these early towers, it allows your supports to make really aggressive moves. You get deeper and deeper wards. You open up opportunities for you to go for Roshans earlier on. Your carries can farm into the enemy jungle. And that's why the best teams do it. I mean, OG made a living off of that principle. No-Tail would just run around with the rest of his team taking towers. And we see that same commitment right now out of EG.
With the Plasma Field, they're going to go for Mind Control first here, and he's going to be slowed down by the Oracle as well. He's definitely dead. S4 is going to look for more here as Kuro somewhere in the trees. S4 spots him now and is unable to stop that teleport. So a very heavy rotation and doesn't even save the tower. Did they get the last hit?
They need to take the tower themselves, yes. If EG want to make this somewhat even, they brought 5 heroes down here. You have to take a tower yourself. Otherwise, all you got was 200 gold. And that's what I meant by the kills don't really matter in that sense. You get that kill, you get 200 gold, sure, but it doesn't slow down anything that Liquid wants to do. And for EG, look at this. Now they disperse as 5, meaning this entire move wasn't really to protect the tower. It was to get that 1 kill. Not really worth it at all. And now they're going to lose top. They're sort of just getting outmaneuvered.
And normally you have a hero that's fantastic at being able to defend these towers in the Darkseer, but that's usually with the Helmet Dominator build. You can't go that against a Chen. Going to try and be able to get that healing. We'll be able to take it out. Healing ward down.
That's the double catapults. They're going to back up. They don't want to get this tower denied, but still, EG sort of being run around the map right now. And this is sort of how the game is going to look for the time being because of the nature of Liquid's lineup. Very push-heavy, lots of summons, getting aggressive on Tier 1 towers, as Kuro is going to finish that up with his catapults. And now here's the mid-game timing that Liquid want to hit. They've taken 2 towers, they're up in kills, they've got this minor gold lead.
3,000 net worth lead this early onto the game. Not too bad The Evil Geniuses, they can hit a good mid-game swing and start taking some tier 1 towers themselves. Things will rapidly shift, but TZ just trying to secure this area for the upcoming bounty runes in 10 seconds time. Mind Control and GH are not going to give it up so easily, especially with Kuro coming in from the side. Arteezy's going to be chased away here. The Wrath of Danger is going to land with a Fissure. Echo Slam as well being used. They're going to try and TP in the Darks here. Arteezy is going to be able to jump away, but the pull in onto Matumba Man is going to be able to ensure that the PA does die. And that is the first real good showing of that Chen teleport.
And look at this bottom lane. The creep wave's already there. They're going to continue to get aggressive and not quite having a Fissure just yet as he fakes it, but Surge maxed out, gets him well away from that area. And Kuro is really sacrificing his game here. Level 4, he's all in on this push concept. They've got some backup with Miracle farming away. This is like their insurance policy in case this like completely fails. But still, they're getting a lot on the map right now.
Yeah, they only have one way to be able to stop Miracle. So he's been pretty free just push in lane super aggressively, knowing that he can always rely on either his movement speed. Oh, nice Fissure block. S4 still sped up by the Surge, will be able to walk around that one. You could see S4 is just desperate to try and kill the creep wave before he gets to the tower, but the triple siege wagon is on its way. And that will be another, for the first tier 2 tower down.
Yeah, and EG's lineup is just greedy. Like, you have a PA mag, it takes some time to get online to really get her that free Battle Fury. He has 3 levels in the Empower, but it means that his actual teamfight contribution is just to empower the PA, who can't really fight pre-BKB. And now Liquid's actually just hitting high ground here. This is a level 6 Chen. Just a bunch of level 6 heroes down here, and they brought Miracle 2 for this, so they mean business. And EG, they're starting to drag heroes back, but Crit doesn't have a TP for 25. Arteezy doesn't want to TP back just yet. But this tower is going down pretty quickly. This is 3 siege wagons. They're protecting them too with the healing ward.
Are going to be able to get the vacuum wall just to get some sort of illusions out and push Liquid back. But the thing is that they have incredible sustain between the early amount of gold they've gotten. They already have a mech. They have
no way to stop these siege wagons. They're going to lose racks.
They even have the Chen always being able to heal up the siege wagons, give that healing amplification at 25% with the healing ward.
This is a 12-minute Rax right now being taken by Liquid, and EG, they don't even look concerned. I don't know why, but Arteezy and Crit have made the call. We're not coming back.
As you said, I mean, they can't stop it. And
guys,
EG feel the same way. Matumba Man
they're going to just do the same thing
here, but they're just going to come right back. Miracle. Make sure the Matumba Man's going to be fine. They're just going to group back up and head towards mid. And Evil Genius is going to come up with an answer sometime soon here.
The confusing part about this move is because if EG demonstrates that they're not willing to fight back here, they'll just go for it again as they temporarily go on S4, but they don't have an easy way to kill the catapults at this phase of the game.
Yeah.
The Darkseer doesn't do anything, nor does the Razor. It really is just this PA, but PA only has treads. This is a 13-minute game. And you see that Arteezy has already made the switch to the Vlads because he realizes everything has been sped up. This is no longer your normal game where you can go for a greedier item build. You can't really go for the Deso. Liquid is not going to give you that time. And they have experience playing against this PA mag. They knocked out Vici when they did it.
Because the Chen, they can always go and defend their tier 1 towers whenever EG tries to split push. They sent Miracle up to top lane, as well as the Earthshaker. They pulled Earthshaker back over to mid, and now they're going to push both mid and top tier 2s at the same time.
They needed reach, I think, in their lineup for EG because they have no way to get to this back line. So everybody sits behind this mech Viper, this Jug with healing ward. They have 3 different heals on their team. They've got a mech. There's no real response right now.
Yeah.
And I think EG, they were trying to just buy time, and they're going to go for smoke here because they can't just allow them to go into the high ground. Sumail gets the D ward off, but this might just be the make or break fight.
Smoke in from the side, giving Arteezy the surge, trying to get to the back line, but you could see Miracle and Matumba Man are always putting themselves between EG and the rest of the back line. They're making sure that Chen can't really be gone on. Same goes with GH here, but they're trying to get Matama Man. The Echo Slam on to 3! The skewer back! RP is going to be able to lock him down inside the wall. Now Arteezy starts dealing some of his damage out, but they just don't have enough. Sumail barely gets away there. They need to be able to deal with the healing ward, though. Finally, GH does fall, but Arteezy as well as S4 is low enough. Sumail barely managed to get away there with a TP out. Arteezy being gone up with the Omni Slash. Actually bounced over to the illusion. S4 surged up, will be able to run away. Arteezy spotted and get the kill! No miss there from Mind Control, and the spin from Miracle will finish it off with a double damage rune. They head right into the Roshan pit.
That is the most convenient rune. Miracle just says, oh, I got the kill, and I pick up a DD rune, and this is going to be a fast one. And this is crazy to me because 2 days ago, we saw Liquid have to do the craziest comeback. They did it again yesterday, and now they're in a position where they're about to just take a 20-minute win in Game 1. This is so well done by them.
Incredible pace set by Team Liquid. They certainly came into this Game 1 with a great plan and a great draft.
There's almost a Manta style on this Jug. He has Manta Drums phase at 15 minutes. So it's not even like he's given up his farm so that his team could push.
Our Darkseer couldn't go Helmet Dominator. He went Crimson Guard. Does he have it yet?
No.
Oh, they need that Crimson Guard so badly.
Oh, I think it is flying to him.
Pushes.
Oh, no. It's just 2 salves.
Arteezy trying to make a go here. Evil Geniuses know they cannot let Liquid get to their base again, so they can keep on trying to fight outside of it. The Shrine is still up too. Sumail needs some help. He's already drained so much damage away from Miracle. He's going to be saved by the Oracle now. S4 just trying to chase down these heroes, look for his opportunity to be able to get a good vacuum to pull him back in. He's going to grab Matama Man here with a wall out. Matama Man is going to be slowed down enough. They will be able to get that 1 kill, but Evil Genius is a bit low, so they'll back up to their Shrine instead of chasing for more.
Liquid's just going to wait for the Viper and go again. They still have all their tier 1s, so pushes can be sustained forever, and now Darkseer Wall's been used, so EG's going to go for it again. They're smoked up. They know they have to take a fight. While Matama Man's dead, they're going to go for the back line here.
They spot out Mind Control as well as Kuro. Arteezy's already taken so much damage from Miracle. Finally, he does manage to get the jump onto Kuro. Kuro is going to be able to cleanse himself a bit here, trying to get a bit of that heal. The RP does go down, locking down the 2. With the cleave, they're going to be able to take on Mind Control as well, as he can't really save himself, and Miracle just moves away. Really great read. You said, look, they're just going to be able to pull in Viper as soon as he's back up, and Evil Geniuses, they made that same read too, so they immediately fight again.
If you wait for the Viper to come back and you have no wall right there and everybody refreshes their spells on the side of Liquid, you probably just lose the game. I don't think this position is really recoverable this early on.
Yeah.
And so being able to make that hold quite big for them, but they're not quite out of danger yet, not even close.
No, certainly not. With an 8,000 net worth lead for Team Liquid. And about to be Shrines going down as well. Of course, Kuro's going to have to make the recovery. He did lose his catapult. Trying to make an initiation here onto Crit. Fisher, Miracle, thinking about going for the Omni Slash, decides against it.
The catapults are pretty critical to this.
Yeah. So you're going to have to wait for the 20-minute marker if you want to be able to get some Siege Wagons again. But this will mean a long enough time for S4 to be able to get his Crimson Guard. That will help a lot for both the team fights as well as the defending the high ground pushes and just slowing them down.
I mean, things look pretty bleak. I'd say this is like a 85-15 game, if I had to guesstimate. For EG, your play is just to keep holding on.
Yeah.
That's really all there is. There's no real thoughts about taking towers or taking objectives. It's just hold on and hope that Liquid's lineup eventually will break. That the supports have given up too much, like Kuro doesn't really become a factor later on. Mind Control's gone all in with his build as well. He's only level 9. He's picked up a Solar Crest. This is the beef up your tower hitters build.
Yep.
So for them, that's the win condition. And for Liquid, it's just, well, we'll just wait for Catapult and go for it again. Their route to victory is so much easier. And they could probably get away with trying, I want to say 2 or 3 more times before the game evens out, because they took that bottom rack so early.
Yeah. Gonna have a mech for the Darkseer, so he didn't actually go for the Crimson Guard. He just wants more team fight, more sustain for his team.
Yeah, the margin for Liquid very high, and conversely for EG not so much, as a minute and a half left on this Aegis, and they're gonna go for the high ground. This is what you needed to avoid. You needed to take fights outside of the base if you were EG. But now Liquid pressing forward as Arteezy does take that top tower. He's gonna try to max greet things and only come back when he absolutely needs to. And this is gonna force Liquid back as GH is set up. He might want to try to use the Echo here. He's going to jump.
Gonna be able to grab him. Arteezy hit by the Fissure as well. The follow-up, there is gonna be mind control here with the Sprout ready to go. Miracle is almost there as well. They don't even need more spells. GH by himself pretty much is able to get the kill onto Arteezy. Now they can head right back to mid, and Evil Genius is desperate to be able to push out the lanes. You could see S4 was already trying to push out mid. See if they can stall things long enough. 20 seconds for Arteezy to come back up.
Yeah, and Kuro trying to find whatever creeps he can to add to his army right now. The Hellbear Smashers will have to do for this push. They do have the swiftness aura.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't stack, though. The downside of it.
Trying to run in. Go for the bounty runes. As for not even going to be able to get that one. GH is able to get in front of him, and with the Sprout from Mind Control. Now S4 could be in some serious trouble here. He's trying to juke out GH as best as possible here. With that big burst of movement speed, he will be able to get to this bottom lane. Maybe he's going to try and throw down another Ion Shell, but he's finally going to be found by GH. Another Fissure slowing him down. There's going to be the Viper Strike. GH is just trying to get another Enchant Totem stun. Not going to be able to get a good Sprout from Mind Control. The blocking in from the Treants as well, not letting him get around, but now the Surge is going to be able to give him the phase through, but GH is there once again, gets in front of him with the Enchant Totem one more time. There's another round of the Fissure. Where's the rest of Evil Geniuses? S4 is super tanky here, and he can certainly survive a bit longer as Samael finally going to show up here. They're going to go for GH, a fast kill onto him perhaps. GH is pretty tanky thanks to the mechs of Matumba Man. They have the wall out. BA going to command it on these slash into the back line. Going to be able to save S4, but the Oracle does die for it. And Matumba Man now going to have his damage drained down. Arteezy trying to make the jump forward, but he's broken out for the Viper, and he's trying to get out of this Sprout somehow. Crit is going to be able to give him a PA jump, trying to get away in through mid, but one last shot from Mind Control will be able to finish up the kill. He's dead for 40 seconds, does have buyback.
And guess what's here now? The catapults have finally spawned.
Liquid
so
don't need to wait for the mid push. They've got a bottom lane pushed in.
He grabs the catapult, and the high ground push is here. EG, you cannot afford to lose 2 racks this early on into the game. As S4's trying to do whatever he can, he understands that he's unkillable, but doesn't really deal any damage is the problem.
Need to be able to hold for another 10 seconds.
Crit does have the Blink Dagger.
Man.
But he doesn't really do any damage without the PA available.
Yeah.
He's going to wait for the PA to spawn, give her Empower, smoke up, maybe look for the RP.
And Liquid, there's no real rush for them. They can just go back to farming up all these creeps. I mean, they totally own the map. Evil Geniuses can't really push out too often for fear of getting picked off by GH. Evil Geniuses know it too. They successfully scan on the high ground, but not much they can do about it.
I don't know if that scan gives you any real information.
No.
It just sort of confirms they're still there.
Yep. They're still hanging out. And they've got a Furion too, so they can stay relatively grouped up, and Furion can always TP in when he needs to. They've got the Chen pull in as well.
The one downside of Liquid's lineup, if there is any, is at this phase of the game is that their cores don't really have disables themselves.
Yeah.
So if GH dies like we saw early, everyone just sort of runs away.
10-13, 23 minutes in, 12,000 net worth lead for Team Liquid in this opening game. Evil Geniuses just trying to hold on. Roshan is going to be coming up soon though, and Team Liquid, they could use an Aegis and Cheese for the next high ground push.
And everybody from EG right now itemizing just for the mid game. You have a BKB immediately queued up for the PA. Razor's already bought one after the drums. No SNY or any of that shenanigans. And Mind Control actually has 3,100 gold saved up. Not quite buying anything yet.
You could see Arteezy so far behind the average for PAs at this point.
And this is with a mag on his team.
Yeah.
This just goes to show how much pressure Liquid has put on EG.
They're willing to sacrifice some of their players' games to be able to take these early objectives, and they did so at such a blistering pace that it actually put EG behind.
I love these types of games now because it becomes very clear-cut.
Yeah.
What both teams need to do at this point. For EG, it's just hold on. And for Liquid, it's try to get 2 racks pre-30 minutes and then you just throw bodies.
EG got to get outside their base somehow. S4 is going to kind of show himself in mid to disguise the fact that EG are currently 4-man smoked up. They're going to try and wrap around into this high ground area. But it seems like Team Liquid already made the read. They're going to start backing up. Roshan is available, and that's why EG need to push out too.
And mind control, Solar Crest, Crimson Guard. As GH picks up an Invis rune. See what kind of implications this has as EG. They don't want to give up the second Rosh.
S4 running into the pit. Oh, bash from Roshan happens at the perfect time. They are going to be able to kill that healing ward and start sealing away some Miracle's damage. GH sitting on the side here, waiting for his opportunity.
This was the BKB committed. He was just stuck in Sprout the entire time.
Sumail finally managed to get back out. They're really committed here from Matumba Man. The Fisher's finally going to be laid out to slow down the damage. Now the Echo Slam as the BA is committed. Oracle's going to be able to pop it and save Arteezy. He's popped the BKB, but he has to back himself away from all this. And Sumail, he no longer has his magic immunity either. Team Liquid just baited Evil Geniuses in, forced them to use all their abilities, didn't get a kill, and now they're just going to be chased down as Sumail tries to go for a very optimistic TP. Won't be able to make it out alive. A double kill for Miracle, and one more. They're going to be able to find Fly's Oracle as well, it looks like.
Stuck?
Unless...
Wait, GH?
Okay, GH.
He blocked himself out.
He can't actually get to him. Well, there is Bounty Runes. GH is going to say, no, Crit, you can't get that either. And Team Liquid don't need to take Roshan. They can just go straight to mid. They've got 20 seconds with Sumail down.
Yeah, more importantly, with S4 down, who's their tanky frontliner. This is going to be the second set of racks. 26 minutes. They're pinging towards that top area, but likely to just go back to Roshan and finish that up.
You could see EG, I mean, they were just so desperate to make that fight work. They got lured into a terrible position, and Liquid was just able to play it very patient. Waited out both the BKB durations. Arteezy gonna try and kill some of these Chen creeps. But with mid and bottom lanes of racks gone, Team Liquid don't need to do anything. They could just wait until Evil Genius is forced to defend. And then they could take Roshan. In fact, look at this. Mind Control's gonna go for the TP onto the tier 3 tower here. And I thought he was gonna summon some Treants, but he didn't actually have it off cooldown.
That was some sort of wisp play? Like,
yeah, that was a cute little play.
The shortest relocate of all time, but he doesn't actually do any damage.
They're going to start losing some of these...
The tier 4s are just getting hit right now, but EG are loath to give up this area because I think they realize if they give up Aegis Cheese, the game is just over. So they're making the call. Our tier 4s, they'll take care of themselves for at least a minute or two. Just stay around the Roshan pit. Don't give this up for free. And Liquid's playing the waiting game. They know they're under no duress. They can wait for as long as they want to. The creeps bottom, this is their second assault. The tower's already lost more than 1,000 HP, and this is finally going to send EG back.
Especially with the way the Mind Control can start chipping away at that tier 3. Feels like EG, if they want to force this Roshan fight, they got to try and do Roshan themselves.
Yeah, now that EG's been spotted in this bottom lane, Liquid just immediately march into the Roshan pit, just maneuvering around and around, making life incredibly hard right now for EG, giving them no pressure to work, no space to work with. As EG, they're around the area. This might just be the last fight of the game for them, as if they lose this.
The healing ward sitting just outside the base. Look at that, a haste rune spawning for Matumba Man. Immediately going to be perched on by the Oracle.
S4 going to run in. Tankiest hero on the team.
At half health, they give him that magic immunity. So we can just kind of get some vision inside the pit, see what's going on. He's going to take some damage.
What's your move?
They've got to get in there somehow, and Sumail's going to start draining damage. Immediately the Echo Slam, but there's no opportunity for a BKB. Finally, they do save Sumail here with the RP out, but they just don't have any damage, it seems like. Sumail trying to commit for this Roshan. He knows he's going to be dying here, so he needs the Aegis, but he can't kill Roshan fast enough. Now Arteezy stuck inside the Sprout again and again. It just seems like a lifetime for Artur. He will be able to get away, but Crit is probably going to die here. He does have a blink. He gets away, but still, Aegis... 4 Team Liquid, 2 lanes of racks down. This should just be pretty simple for them. Just march up to that top lane.
You saw in that fight, by the way, when he landed the RP, Arteezy just straight went in for GH. Because he's all the control in the fight, but he didn't even burst him in that engagement. And that just tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
They're not even focusing on trying to get the cores down.
Here comes Team Liquid. Evil Geniuses That was pretty much their last do or die reasonable scenario. Now it's going to take something special for them to be able to defend this final push. S4 just going to run in. Crit trying to go for the skewer back, completely whiffs on that one. They do have the wall vacuum. That's what S4 is currently trying to set up on, but they need to be able to deal with this healing ward. S4 trying to go for the punch, doesn't actually get any. He may die for that attempt. In fact, he does. He doesn't get any spells off whatsoever. And now the tier 3 about to fall. Evil Geniuses. How are they gonna be able to stop this one? Miracle just swinging like a madman right now as he's fully 6-slotted. Butterfly, Mjolnir. Melee Rax is falling. Range Rax is gone as well. That's gonna be Megas before the 30-minute marker. And Evil Geniuses, you might as well call GG right now unless you think you can fight up against Megas. And a very strong Team Liquid with a 27,000 gold lead. Sumail finally forced to pop his BKB here. The Fissure comes out. He fights, but he does no damage whatsoever. Matumbaman even has the Frost Armor from the Ogre Magi to be able to tank him up against any sort of physical damage from EG. S4 is going to come back here in 2 seconds time. Crit forces Skewer out of that Sprout. And Matumbaman just sitting on the front line, staring at anyone. They are going to be able to get the vacuum onto 3. The wall out. They do have the healing ward. Mind control. Daggered away, but it looks like they're just going to be the throne dying here as the Siege Wagons continue to beat it down. Crit spamming out that RP over and over. The Echo Slam locking down. S4 is going to be falling here. Sumail has no damage whatsoever, and that's it. GG going to be called game 1. Utterly dominated by Team Liquid once again.
Such a cool strategy by Liquid. The
Absolutely.
14-minute round.
And so to shrug off that curse, they're going to have to win 2 games against the TI7 champions. Blitz, can they do it? What do you think about the drafts? I mean, Tsunami definitely seemed like he was pretty positive. I mean, they have a Centaur and a Drow lineup.
30 seconds.
Team Liquid giving away the Drow Ranger once again.
I could see both teams winning this game. Like, I think for EG, they have really good heroes at getting to the back line this time around. They have Centaur, Earth Spirit, both those ultis, just get on top of the sniper and run at him and don't let him play Dota. Earth Spirit is so good, I think, against those types of heroes, especially if he gets online early. You get an early Spirit Vessel, you roll on top of the sniper, make his life hell. And for Liquid, it's Sniper's always historically been better against Drow. You have good range. She can never really step to you. Plus, Morphling, I think, is the carry of the tournament for me. Like, this hero in the right hands just looks phenomenal. So I could see both those carries just kind of going toe-to-toe late game with BKBs and being able to pull this one out.
Yeah.
So I think most of this will come down to how good of a laning phase they can have. If you're EG, I mean, if I were Crit, I'd be looking to gank mid as many times as possible. That's where you want to abuse the sniper early on, especially when TA hits level 6. And for Liquid, it's what kind of rotations can they make? Can they take that mid tower early? Because we see that's oftentimes the focal point of their drafts.
Oh, 2-man Burrow Strike to start things off with the Ether Shock out. Arteezy's already taken so much damage. They're going to go for the dive here, and the last shot from GH will secure the kill. Now Kuro has dove in pretty deep, and he will be traded out, but certainly worth it for Team Liquid.
When you listed all the third places, by the way, I thought it was just a meme, but that's pretty insane.
Now, that is legitimately, there are more in their history, just those are obviously the big notable ones. Mind Control going to be in trouble here, doesn't have a Burrow Strike, and Evil Geniuses strike back pretty quickly.
But Kyle did call Liquid, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So we would be pretty hyped to see Game 3.
This is like
Thank
a
you, Kyle.
movable object versus unstoppable force kind of situation, as S4 getting harassed up now as Kuroki makes his way down here just to try to help out. I think Centaur in a one-on-one situation almost always does fine, just because of Retaliate and your high base damage.
Yeah. Can always do pretty well when it comes to the FCSing. He does have the Oracle in lane, but Oracle's like a pretty good support for you to match up against. Like his high attack speed, low base damage actually works to your favor really well as a Centaur who has a Stout Shield, has to Retaliate, get those stacks up. Now Crit, he knows Mind Control, he knows what he wants to do here, and so he's going to try and slow down this pull of the wave.
If you can stop this, it's fantastic, obviously, but if you get away with it against a tri-lane, it makes it so that almost all three heroes not really going to be able to do
almost
anything.
killing Fly, actually somehow gets vision for a moment. Fly spots him again, and GH takes him with the Ether Shock, and because of the creeps, ooh, nice dodge there from Mind Control.
Yeah, and Crit misses. This is actually pretty massive against the tri-lane. Like,
Yeah.
Fly might even think about going bottom now, because if he goes back top, he doesn't have a creep wave to go to. Both the supports only level 1 right now. So well done by Mind Control.
Big dive up from Samael, but he's caught by GH. Samael thought with that haste rune he was going to be able to run down the sniper, but good read from Matumba Man. Oh, the miss! S4 keeping his healing salvo alive a little bit longer. And just kind of running around, he's going to be able to get this double wave, and a third wave is on its way as well. So this is going to be a lot of farm for Samael. As long as he's healthy enough to actually farm it up, that is going to be a bit of a problem because Kuro just keeps on sticking on him right now.
And S4 getting a little bit low here. Kuro did let it go for the full duration. And now he's got to be careful. He's going to have the fortunes end up here in a second, but...
Oh, where are we going with this one, S4? Are we going all the way back to the base? It seems like it. Your Spirit.
I don't think he can stop. He would probably die.
Yeah, I don't think so either. He's going to try and burst him down, but there is going to be the interception from Crit. One last nuke up from Kuro.
Oh.
Gets him just in time before the Centaur stun could hit.
And he TP's out, finishing in style.
Fly does have a Nightmare, and he can pop the Magic Stick as well for a Brain Sap. Should be okay. And Crit just going to be able to keep the creep wave alive there, right next to the tier 3, long enough for S4 to come and collect all that golden experience.
Denied.
S4 trying to deny up under his tower, but let me tell you, the best strategy in the game is never going to be just let Miracle have absolute free farm.
Yeah.
And that seems to be what's been happening in the last 2 series.
Uh-huh.
Like it just somehow happens. They don't really seem to put a focus on stopping him. In the last game, it was the Darkseer versus the Juggernaut. Sure, that's a fine trade, but you're still letting a Jug absolute free farm in. In this game, I think the Morphling is the real win condition, and letting him get relatively uncontested last hits doesn't seem like an ideal situation for EG.
Yeah, he's got 25 CS, but he's also got 16 denies.
Yeah, I mean, they tri-laned up here for the time being, and Crit finally made his way down, but now he's going to try to make the rotation onto mid. And Crit, one of your rotations has to start working out soon because he is getting quite underleveled, and this bottom lane is suffering as a result of these movements.
Fine
Top
fly,
lane.
Burrow Strike. They have plenty of disables. There's going to be the silence out from RTZ, but the Nightmare actually makes things worse for Fly in the end.
GH now on a killing spree. All 3 lanes going pretty well for them. As the Sniper is losing mid.
They're going to be able to catch Miracle here and take away. Good pick from Crit, just to make sure that Miracle couldn't waveform over and steal that other bounty rune.
Is under attack.
As S4 still chasing and hitting. Has that extra damage up right now, and
Just
Miracle's
taking
getting
it to
pretty
Miracle
low
right now. Miracle's going to pop the Morph Strength and fight him underneath the Tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, top lane, they are going to be able to burst down. It looks like RTZ as the Burrow Strike comes out. The final hit. Now, Crit might be able to finish up GH. The Brain Sap not quite enough because the stick charges, but eventually the Shadow Shaman does fall. That is a dominating streak for Crit, but in the process, killing RTZ and shutting down his game has got to be well worth it.
yeah, and he's going to miss a lot of this CS under the tower. As this Morph, conversely, not really touched too much like we talked about. Sniper not having the easiest time against TA because, I mean, you're an attack damage hero with no real nuke aside from your shrapnel. It's very easy for Sumail to get denies off. As Sumail's even going to pick up that regen rune, top his
that's
mana
nice.
off.
Regeneration.
3 Wraith Bands, a 4th one coming in
Yeah,
for
GH is,
Matu.
he's guessed wrong on the rune, or the ward spot. It's usually a 50-50 in that position. And look at this, Kuro doesn't know about that ward that was just placed
They
right
actually
now.
get close enough to the cliff, they'll spot it, but obviously they have no idea to be able to check that area out.
And they're pinging, so EG is well aware that both supports are here. This will not be a surprise to them, but
Getting things out, the roll-in is going to go for the Shadow Shaman here, and a good kick out as well. RTZ certainly not in trouble here. It's going to be GH who may die, but Fly is unable to catch up. They have the Nightmare onto the Oracle. RTZ does not want to get too close to that Sandstorm, though. Considering the burst damage, now that Kuro is level 3 and has the 2 levels of the Purifying Flames.
yeah, they had full vision right there. EG, nice ward vision from them this game. Actually able to utilize it because at this point in the game, Liquid was just going for the tier 2, and they were about 2 minutes away from going high ground.
Another roll-in straight into the back line, gets the slow into Kuro as well. The silence goes out, only going to be able to hit the Sand King. Immediately, the Sand King challenges the Drow Ranger. They're going to turn around and get the shackles on a Crit. Crit's in serious trouble. The Purifying Flames doing so much damage as Matumba Man makes his first rotation of the game, now has the Shrapnel. Barely clipping Fly, slow him down. Well, I thought it was going to be long enough for my control to go for the tower dive here, but
Is under attack.
being a little bit timid.
And Liquid again, showing that they're willing to rotate their course early on as Mind Control gets gone on. They do have Dust. This should be a kill. Last hit taken by Sumail.
My blood.
But this top tier one's done.
S4 in trouble, the waveform over him, and the Adaptive Strike to finish him off.
Top tower is under attack. Dire's
So with these rotations, Matumba Man looking to be able to take that top tower. Does so. Mid tower under assault right now from that Templar Assassin.
If you're EG, this is the scariest part of the game when it starts hitting the 10-minute mark, where GH gonna get gone on right now. Should be a kill, does get the Hex off, but Sumail has the right click. No,
he needs
doesn't find the side blades.
No. Sumail critically missing there.
But the tower gonna get hit up by these creeps. And Liquid, we talked about how they want to take the enemy mid tower early on, but in fact it's gonna be the other way around as Sumail gonna get stunned up by the Sand King. Matumba Man's here too. Doesn't have any more shrapnel charges, but this should be enough damage.
Great body blocking there from Mind Control, the Nightmare, but it's not enough. A 2,000 net worth lead for Team Liquid as once again they start things off with some heavy rotations and catching evil geniuses by surprise.
I could see them going for a smoke right now, rotating towards that mid lane, doing some damage.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Because GH knows that he missed on the sentry mid, it's very likely that they
Dire's bottom
have
tower
ward
is under
vision on
attack.
you. So if you're going to make any sort of move towards that mid lane, you're going to want to be smoked. As they do go for smoke, but this was spotted, I believe, by this ward right here. And so they're going to make this exact move because they know there's a ward mid. They think they're being sneaky, but they were never able to de-ward there. Sumail just has to be a little bit careful here. He should know that this gank is coming.
He does have TA traps. Actually pops the wrong one there. Fortunately, he's still able to get away.
He's just fine. And Liquid, they're going to wait for the 10-minute mark, get the Shadow Shaman wards up, and try to go for another rotation onto that mid lane. We've seen this play time and time again by them. But they need the tome first, so things going to be slowed up just a little bit as EG starting to stabilize out. Arteezy is now level 6, in fact level 7 on Dro, so now going to start doing Draw Ranger things.
Farm up those Ancients, stack it up once again. Aggressive move here from Team Liquid, trying to go for these bounties. We'll be able to snatch it up though with S4. Still though, Miracle's gonna go for the dive here, gets Nightmared up. They're gonna wake him back up and now he's been silenced. So he wasn't able to get the adaptive strike to finish off that Bane.
Still, once again, more bounty runes picked up by Liquid. I think in the previous game, they had a heavy advantage in that category.
Yeah, considering all that map control for sure.
And
10 to
EG
4, almost a kill a minute for Team Liquid.
Yeah, I think EG want to slow down the pace of this game. And it all starts, I think, with defending your mid tower, not letting that drop, and protecting this triangle of farm. The way you protect this triangle is you protect this mid tower and this bottom tier 1 tower, and you'll be just okay. They've got to buy themselves more time than they did last game as GH, like I said, hits level 6 with the tome at the 10-minute mark, makes his way towards mid. EG can't afford to give up this tower, I think. Not this early on again.
Sumail's going to show up with S4.
Yes, I like this.
Take out those Serpent Wards.
Make a concerted effort this time around to defend that tower, because Liquid abuses your jungle once they take that tower. But Miracle will in fact take the bottom one, sort of redirecting, and he continues to have completely uncontested farm.
Yeah, free one-on-one has just led him to chip away at that offlane tower so many times, including that double damage rune he picked up. So now, as a result, he is at 5,800 net worth, over 1,500 ahead of the Templar Assassin. This can't be a good feeling for Evil Geniuses. They do have some answers, I guess. They've got plenty of silences against the Morph.
It was a conscious choice, right?
Damage.
Like, they put S4 down there solo versus the Morphling. They had to have known that this was going to happen. As EG all grouped up in this area, but not likely to find anything.
I'm surprised they didn't go, could they not do an aggro tri-lane with Drow Ranger? Like, I understand they had to protect the Drow. There's no way you can't just, like, abandon her in lane, but could they have, like, done a 3v3 into the Morphling to keep him shut down, or?
Probably not. I don't think you want to be in a position where your Drow's, like, she has no levels. You have to rely on the pull then at that point. Yeah. And it makes it really easy to spot crits rotations, I think, as Sumail picks up the Ilu rune right in front of Miracle, who continues to fight, but...
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Miracle, of course, has so many magic wand charges that it will be able to get back up to full.
And they do have Shaman wards pretty soon. They want to try to make that same rotation towards mid, I think. They're going to drop some vision down here. You don't want to just give up this triangle to the Drow Ranger, and EG themselves are going to make this play towards mid. I think they're anticipating Liquid to come towards this mid play. Yeah. This is a really cool move by them, because now they can take the mid tower themselves, or they have already. And EG in a really good spot, taken mid. They've defended their own mid tower. They might even run into Crow here as he does get spotted.
Got to be able to get the slow from the TA trap. Brokey purges himself off the slow and will be able to buy some time. That's all he can really do. As he's certainly going to be falling here to the 4-man rotation of Evil Geniuses.
That's a really cool move. It was in anticipation of the next ward drop from the Shaman. The reason they make that play. And Matuma Man's going to drop Shrapnel towards mid. Mind Control continues to get farm at top. He already has Blink Dagger.
I believe Fahai is about to get some information that there is some vision here.
They're ditching GH so hard.
They're actually going to have to leave him behind. Miracle says, see you later, GH. Thanks for waking me up. They're actually going to pop the Centaur Stampede, see if they can chase down Miracle. Miracle turns into a Centaur, does manage to get the Centaur Stomp out to make sure there's no follow-up. Kuro now can turn things around as Miracle's going to try and chase down this Earth Spirit. Crit does get over the river here. Instead, maybe going to go for Fly as he gets picked down pretty quickly by Matamba Man. Now the way for him to be able to finish off Crit as well. S4 going to get burrow struck, and this time it's Evil Geniuses that have heavily overextended themselves and will be losing 3 potentially. All they need is mind control with his fresh Blink Dagger to be able to chase him down. Miracle gets the vision for the double kill.
And they have wards for this bottom.
Radiant structures are
But
fortified.
To be able to find him, and just with the they're going to be able to find mind control here. Stop. They have to like heavily control him. Actually, he's totally out of mana, so should be fine. They actually take away the Fiend's Grip there with a good assassination hit from Matamba Man. And mind control is so damn tanky, it seems, that he might just be able to get away. Blinks out. They do have. They don't have Stampede just yet, but Sumail finding a bigger kill potentially onto Matamba Man, but the Oracle is here. Oracle, oh, Carl!
No!
Carl, you need to save your carry. Now they're both going to die potentially. Finally pops False Promise on himself and hits the Shrine, but Sumail's not going to slow down. Carl maybe healing up to full, but Sumail can continue to chase him out, especially if Crit with a slowdown for the Templar Assassin Trap and a slowdown from the Cake as well. They
Had
will
the
be able to
ulti.
get that kill. What happened? Kuro, just a complete blunder.
Yeah, that was way too late. Like, that TA was on top of your sniper, killing him quite quickly, and just, I mean, I guess he wanted to save it for himself, but even in that position, doesn't live.
It seemed like Golden Sea got surprised by the attack speed of the TA. No one expects the TA to be hitting that
Radiant's
fast this
bottom
early.
tower is
That's
under
all thanks to
attack.
As
Radiant's bottom tower
he
is
just
under
walked in to
attack.
place the sentry, and that might tip them off that something's happening. And there's no TA trap in here, which I think is a pretty big mistake.
Yeah, that is very odd. That EG did not do that at all, and they're going to have to give up Roshan because of that. They just don't.
All scanning.
This sniper, the Maelstrom coming in soon. When it procs, he can take away
Radiant's
2 of those
bottom tower is
refractions.
under attack.
Pretty interesting, and then they've got the Shrapnel as well. It's going to be hard for the TA to keep that refraction up
Dyer's
against
middle
all
tower
these
is under attack.
various instances of damage, like the Storm. Wait for him forward. Gonna be able to find Crit here with Blink, follow up, and a great S4 stomp out. Maybe they can actually finish off with a silence. No, they're gonna Stampede and run away, go for the backline first. They're gonna take GH as well as Kuroki out of the equation. Now focusing on Miracle, they're just gonna try and leave him alone for last. S4 though does get run down by
Miracle
that
as the
wave
Earth Spirit.
They gotta go for the Matamba Man. Matamba Man is able to finish off that Earth Spirit. RTZ has to get away from Miracle, as Sumail is just staying away from the big carry of Team Liquid and going for pretty much everybody else. But now Mind Control's going to turn onto him with the Epicenter as well. Sumail's in trouble. The refraction gets burned through so quickly, and Sumail gets bursted down by Miracle.
And that's his unstoppable spree.
Yeah, 568 gold for Miracle off of that one.
They
Now,
did kill Sniper, but not nearly worth the trade.
yeah. I mean, this is just what happens. You do not address Miracle in that laning phase, and now
He almost has Scotty.
he's the strongest hero on the map, and is collecting kills left and right, rapidly accelerating his farm.
And you had to have known that Morphling was going to have this sort of game
Yeah.
with the way that they lane set up, so it's not like this is some huge surprise. But still very well done by Liquid. Just a good overall draft, being able to protect so far. Game obviously not over yet. We have seen Drow Rangers in late game situations pull through.
Oh,
She does
certainly.
so much damage, especially with the way that the ult works, ignoring armor,
Yeah,
which against Agi cores I think is just incredibly effective.
Morphling especially, right? Just because he goes typically
Dyer's
full
top tower
Agi.
is under attack.
Has 31 armor right now and only
Radiant's bottom
820
tower is
HP.
under attack.
Drow Ranger was to shoot him once with the proc, it would be like a fourth of his HP.
Yeah, so they have ways to come back into this. It's protecting the rest of your lineup too. It's the scary part is
Good
S4
read.
hanging around at that bottom area. They might just go high ground again, similar to what they did in the last game.
Yeah,
If
I like
EG
that.
isn't set up for the fight, they'll just go for it, and that is indeed what they do, is fly, waiting up here alone. GH isn't quite here yet with the wards, but they'll drop soon.
Radiant's bottom
Glyph
tower
going out, the
is
stomp. Oh, and he actually didn't get more strength, but they're not going to try and go for him because he has that Aegis. They're going to try and deal with the Serpent Wards first. Miracle thinking about going for Fly here, turns into a Nurse Spirit, kicks him and assassinate to be able to finish him off. He didn't have the Nightmare to be able to disjoint that one, so that'll be the tier 3 dead already.
And the Bane does buyback, but Liquid got what they came for. Miracle, S4, looks like he wants a chase.
Does
not
have
gonna roll out.
Stampede, but the rollout, can the catch him and man? No! The adaptive strike beautifully set up by Miracle. Now he's gonna be able to roll away as an Earth Spirit.
This is some sick Earth Spirit play right now by Miracle.
Really well done by him. They are gonna maybe find GH goes for the Hex.
Doesn't
Trying
have
to
a TP.
disappear into the trees. No TP up for 3 seconds time. Now going to be spotted, but considering what Team Liquid got out of this, a tier 3. Only losing a Shadow Shaman is pretty acceptable.
And Morph just
So we're going to go full Hurricane Pike for the Templar Assassin. More opportunities, as well as Shadow Shaman first. But it's not over just yet. Laid out from Team Liquid that spots him now, trying to keep him from being able to blink away. It's on to Mind Control, and it sounds going to wear off, and Mind Control might be able to get some sort of blink situation, but Crit is going to be found inside of these trees. They try and turn and do manage to kill Mind Control, but S4 is going to be ripped apart by Miracle pretty quickly, and now Samael can't get away because the Eye of Scotty that is up is going to be able to roll on top of him, take him backwards to the rest of his team. Godlike screen for Miracle.
He was trying to get to the bottom of the cliff. Miracle reads that, turns into the Earth Spirit, rolls behind him, kicks him away.
Teasy's there.
He's having a good time. Pseudo waveform that he's using. Playing very cocky at this point because he's so far ahead. They're going to take down this shrine now. Get control of this area of the triangle, make it so that the Drow Ranger can't farm out Ancients anymore.
One shrine down.
Almost has
actually,
the Eagle Song now too, just after he bought the Scotty.
That's certainly going to help a lot, and especially if, like, even in a defensive scenario, if he somehow gets caught, silenced, coming out from EG is physical.
They need the grip from for Liquid to get on top of them. They can stop it with the Assassinate, the Blink on the Sand King, GH.
0 deaths right now on Miracle.
We've seen a lot of 0 death performances from cores lately.
Yeah.
In this tournament, whoever wins just seems to go like 20-0.
Radiant are scanning.
Successful scan on the high ground, and Team Liquid, they are willing to take the fight, especially with the shrapnel scaring them away. Evil Genius is going to be caught here with a Blink and Bro Strike. They're going to go for Fly as well, immediately assassinated down. They're going to be able to disarm the Templar Assassin as well. Crit trying to go in, managed to get a decent ultimate, but still, Arteezy trying to deal damage to Matumum right now. S4 buying back with the Stampede, might just be able to save Arteezy right now, but will not be able to save the Templar Assassin, who's now dead and won't be able to save himself either, as it looks like S4 not going to be able to get away. The Bro Strike misses, but it doesn't matter. Beyond Godlike now for Miracle. Everyone's dead. Nobody has buyback. It's only Arteezy who's left in the fountain right now.
Are under attack.
But he can't possibly get close to Team Liquid.
They're about to have the Earth Spirit up, but I'm not sure how recoverable this position is, as Liquid so far ahead at this point. The 2 cores from EG aren't even far behind. They were ahead of the Sniper until that moment, but it's just Miracle being 6,000 gold ahead of everybody else. he more than triples S4's net worth.
Oh, poor S4. He's not had much of a game to speak of. They're going to come in from the side here with the Earth Spirit. But I guess Evil Geniuses, they're happy enough that they didn't lose 2 lanes of barracks.
Roshan will spawn in 2 minutes, and that'll probably be the all or nothing for EG at that point.
Yeah.
I think this Morphling has clearly demonstrated he both deals too much damage and is nigh unkillable.
And this is a good show for Team Liquid heading into the Grand Finals as well. Again, demonstrating that they have an answer to the Drow Ranger should they match up against
That's the
Team
full
Secret.
E-Blade now.
The full E-Blade as well as the Mjolnir for the Sniper. Significant upgrades. Evil Geniuses are going to need a really
Kuro
good
gonna get run
initiation.
into.
They spotted Kuro for a second there, but with the Drow Ranger leading the way, it's not exactly the way you wanted to start a fight. They're going to 5-man smoke off, get into the high ground here, knowing that Team Liquid very likely.
Trying to get vision down right now. And they're still trying to play for the win because I think they realize if Liquid gets to their base, they take Roshan, the game is probably just over anyways. So you might as well try to get one of these surprise fights, hope that somebody from Liquid runs uphill, gets caught unawares. And they're also assuming there's no ward vision up here, because why would Liquid have any defensive vision at this point? They're so far ahead, but
Okay,
Mind Control...
going to blink forward and manage to kill the Vision. Is able to get away with the Sandstorm, but now they're going to turn with the Stampede, going immediately for the Oracle. He's already dead. The Bane and S4 is also quite low. He's managed to stand in on top of Mind Control with the BKB right now. RTZ finishes him off, but it's only 2 dead, and he's already lost all of his allies with the buyback coming out from Samael, but he's been shotgunned down. RTZ dies as well. He does have a buyback, but it's just him and Samael. Or are you going to be left to hold against this big Team Liquid push?
Still no Rosha, but that'll just mean Liquid. They probably just take the Rex. As, look at this, Miracle on the hunt with the Earth Spirit. He's all in right now for
He's gonna
Samael.
run into Samael, nails him perfectly. Miracle might as well be an Earth Spirit at this point. He's to wait for him. Shotguns, managed to get him. There is going to be the Mel, disappears from vision.
He'll break
Wakes
it with his
himself
illusion.
up with the illusion. Now Samael shows himself. TA trap. They're going to try and turn on a Miracle as best as possible. They've already got the silence, but the rest of Team Liquid is here. They've got the control of the TA. That's going to be a tieback for Samael. And that's it. Evil Geniuses have been completely routed by Team Liquid. Absolutely dominated by the TI